Welcome everybody back to another edition of Unscripted Sports Show. I'm your host MoneyE, back with C Money Cleneth. How are you, Cleneth?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. Tonight we'll be talking about the NFL. Some of the off season. Season starts in about almost less than 3 months. No, I mean if you count preseason, it will be about 2 more months. So about 2-3 months left until the season starts. And the schedule just got released last Wednesday, so break down that, do some too early prediction win loss for NFC East. Let's see how that goes. Break down especially the NFL East team schedules because that's what we here care about because we're Eagle fans. So talk about what the first game of the season against Dallas. But Glenn, what's your thoughts on the off season so far? We'll start with that, and then
I look at it's been like a average, non like exciting off season. It's not like a lot of big names hit free markets, so he wasn't really expecting no major news, no major big things, no major nothing. I mean, I'm not surprised that the Cowboys got George Pickens. That that he's a problem player, if you ask me.
yeah, he's just
So
another.
George So George Pickens is just another Antonio Brown. If you ask me, a clown. They call him.
Another diva,
Yes.
and I mean, I don't know if I would Caroline. I mean, say CD Lamb's a. I mean, I think he's a clown, but that's. Do you think he's a diva too?
I don't think CeeDee Lamb's a diva. I just think it's the fact that the Cowboys. Everybody was upset the Cowboys didn't draft a wide receiver in there in the draft. They look like if you know the Cowboys do need a number two, a wide receiver, or someone, a partner, especially if you're gonna be in the NFC East. The Eagles have Smith and Brown. Now you have Washington adding Debo Samuel, and you have Scary Terry over there.
Yeah.
And to tell you the truth, I think the Cowboys are no good in like battle of third place.
What What do you think of the draft that the Giants did with drafting their franchise Deanne Carter? I know you're a Penn State guy. That must hurt a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, look at what happened with the last Penn State guy the Giants drafted, man. Giants draft Penn State guys, don't know how to use them right, and then they come home. The
Yep.
only Penn State guy that I'm really ashamed of, and I will say this right now, is Michael Parsons, yo. He need to get his head out of his butt thinking he's going to win something in Dallas.
Yep. Did I read that wrong? Did he sign an extension, or was that just fake?
I didn't see anything about that.
Okay, that must have been a fake. That must have been something I saw fake. So, um, I thought I saw somewhere where he signed an extension, but I think somebody was making a joke with the Cowboys. But what what do you think of the Washington's off season so far? Since that's probably going to be our main competitor.
See, I think Washington thinks that they're big and bad now that they got Debo Samuel. I think Debo Samuel said they figured it was going to be the missing piece that they need after what Debo have done to us in the past two times we played against the 49ers,
Yep.
which I'm not And don't get me wrong, Debo's a great player, great special teamer. Um, wide receiver, running back, whatever you want to use him as. Yes, but he's not going to make or break that team. The team's going to be all relies on Daniels and how good he's going to play.
Yep.
And we all know that all good rookie quarterbacks don't have a good sophomore season. So I think the success of the Commanders going to rely heavily on Daniel's shoulders this year.
Yep. And remember last time they had a quarterback like Daniels with RG3, and you know what happened in this? Did he tear his ACL in his second season, or was it third?
It was his first season.
Oh, first season. Oh
It was the
shit.
first season. He
Oh
was never the
damn.
same after. He was never the
Yeah.
same after that wild card game. After
Oh,
after
he's in
that
the
wild
wild
card
card
game.
game. That's right. I forgot. I thought it was in the second season because he had a great
Oh, it was the
he had
wild
a
card
great
game.
season too.
He won rookie of the
Wild
season.
card game. Yeah,
Yeah, and
it was never the same. It's a shame
yeah,
because he looked like he was going to have a good career too. But who else are we? And then Dallas, and then Eagles. Obviously, they've had a very good offseason. No big
yeah.
names, but they got a backup running back, and who did they sign? I forgot who they
AJ
signed.
Dillon, and
Yeah,
I
AJ
think,
Dillon.
and I think AJ Dillon, I think is going to complement Saquon Barkley better.
Yep.
I think this year, I think after watching what teams did last year, I think it was a major importance. The Eagles find a 1-2 hammer. They realize they're going to be in trouble. But a lot of teams going to stack their box, especially what Kansas City did to them in the Super Bowl. I mean, stacking the
Yes.
box, yes, Jalen carved them up, but you can't always expect Jalen to carve your defense, carve a defense up like that.
And can't say. I mean, there's some big news that came out today. I think it was today or yesterday. The tush push.
Yeah, that's now it's they
They,
didn't
they
it still stays in the NFL. It lost its
yep.
votes 22-10, unlike a team who lost in the wild card 22-10, Green Bay. But
Where is it? We have to show it. Yep, yep, yep. Adam, it was earlier today. The tush push was voted in a meeting in Minneapolis. As you said, 22-10, and he said the tush push remains. This picture will never be forgotten right here. So, yes, the tush push is here to stay. Push on. And this one. This one is good. But I can't wait to play Green Bay this year and do the tush push on opening drive. We play Green Bay, right? Right?
yeah, it's in Green Bay in Week 10 Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football. Yep. Let's see. But I'm trying to think. What else did we? Any other teams that you thought had a good offseason?
I mean, not really. I think for me, I thought it was more about the draft in the offseason. Like I said, was not no big names, no oh my god type players and free agencies that you wanted to see join up together, trade for, make super teams, try to compete. I think this is more like a more well balanced, even out um pick and choose where you want to go and sign with.
Oh, that's right. Brock Purdy signed a new deal too.
Brock,
He
Brock
signed a new
Purdy
deal just a couple days ago.
Yeah, but he's not really that important. And Brock
Yeah.
Purdy, this is going to be Brock Purdy.
Yep.
He
Are
had
you
his time to
surprised in
shine.
that?
But
You said
let's talk about the draft real fast because I want to get your opinions on Shador's fall in the draft. A first round pick dropped
yeah.
falling all the way down to the fifth round. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, you read my mind because I was going to ask you that myself. So I'll say it first. Um, I'm kind of not surprised. I was surprised that he dropped that to day 3. I thought when he dropped out day 1, I didn't think he was a first round pick. I thought he was going to be day 1. I mean day 2, second round or third round. I thought for sure Cleveland was going to draft him, and ironically, Cleveland did draft him. But I thought he was going to get drafted in the second round by Cleveland, if not Pittsburgh. I just think his interview, from what I heard and read, his interviews were bad and teams were impressed. And I think it might have to do something with Dion too. People, I know he's respected around the league, but being his kid and how kind of arrogant he became, and I mean from reports. So I mean, I think he could prove everybody wrong, but it's Cleveland. He got drafted by the wrong franchise because that's where quarterbacks die. Unfortunately, I'm not the biggest fan of him, but I hope he does well. I actually do hope he does well because I actually felt bad for him because I thought he did well in college. I thought he was a more better college quarterback. How about you?
So, my thoughts on this whole Sidor. To tell you the truth, I'm more disappointed, and it's going to wrap on to my second thought. In Pittsburgh, I really thought that he was going to be a day one. If he falls, he was going to fall to Pittsburgh day one, 25th, first to Pittsburgh. That's what I had him on to. I had him
Yeah.
sliding, and when he got out of the top 10, I said, he's Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh needs a quarterback. There's no
Hmm.
way, I don't think, they actually believe Mason Rudolph and Sean Taylor, or whatever his name, that guy's name, is going to lead that franchise
After they
with
lost Brock.
DK Metcalf as your star wide receiver. See, I'd be upset if I was DK, knowing that I don't have nobody, and you're still waiting on someone named Aaron Rodgers to make up his mind if he's going to play football or not. Get out of here. No.
Yeah, I was surprised he kind of dropped out of the first round, but not surprised. But when he went to day 2, I thought for sure, as you said, I actually thought more Pittsburgh was going to draft him. But when he got passed by Cleveland, I said Pittsburgh going to draft him. He's the perfect guy for Pittsburgh. But is he the perfect guy for Pittsburgh? Because they're about
Well,
culture. I don't know if he
do
fits.
you, all right, let's put it this way. What do you have any faith in Mason Rudolph is going to help secure Mike Tomlin's winning season record and win at least 9 games this year?
No, no,
Do you
especially
say
if you have a starting receiver in DK.
do you say Taylor, or Tyler or whatever his name is, he's going to win you 9 games this year to keep
No,
Mike Tomlin's winning season going?
no. And
I
then they
I
drafted Will Howard, right?
I get yeah I get yeah.
They drafted Will Howard.
Hey,
I think they did.
I don't have faith in none of the Pittsburgh quarterbacks that can win up, that can stand up to to the schedule they have and win at least 9 games this year.
Yeah. And what is the status on Aaron Rodgers?
We don't know.
He hasn't made up his mind yet.
No,
God, it's almost training camp. Training camp is about to start in less than in 2 months.
it's still no words. But
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is not that important. He's no to me. He's washed up.
Now, what do you think of Russ in New York? Do you think he's gonna start right away and then they'll move on to the rookie? Who did they draft
Well,
again?
who do you think the rookie is going to be better than Russell Wilson?
Maybe not in the first season. Who did they draft again?
Oh
They
man,
drafted.
Dart,
Shoot, I forgot. I
Dart.
know they drafted.
Yeah, I think it was Dart, something like that.
Oh, Dart. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I do actually like him. I thought he was pretty. He was good in college. No, you know what? I thought Sanders might have gone to the Giants too. Do you have that feeling too when they moved up when they moved back into the first round? Do you
Yeah, I
think
did have that feeling that they was going to go get Sanders.
Sanders?
So there was a lot of teams who needed quarterbacks who took other ones over George Sanders, and I think Shador is going to make those teams play. I'm not saying that Cleveland's the right team to do it because I don't think they had the defense, yes, but the offensive weapons and the coaching staff, I just don't think they have it. He's ready for that yet.
And they drafted a quarterback before their pick before that with a quarterback. So they have two rookie quarterbacks. They have Watson doesn't count because he's probably out for this. He's probably not going to play this season. He's probably done. And then who else is their quarterback? Um, Jameis Winston.
Yeah,
So they have what, four quarterbacks, five quarterbacks.
yeah. I think Dart's going to be a red shirt, third string quarterback. You got Winston and
So
Russell Wilson. That's just going to be interesting. I think that was an interesting pick signing right there. Why would you have two? Jameis Winston is not that impressive. I don't think Russell Wilson is going to last the whole season. He's not going to get injured. I think it's James Wilson's way too of a cast base.
oh yeah, I forgot Jameis Winston went to New York. Not he's not in Cleveland anymore. I forgot that.
Yeah. I think Winston is a waste of cast space that to the point that I think Dart can be a backup to Russell, but not having both of them on there.
Yeah, I think I think New York brought him in just to be competitive per se. Um, let's see, and we'll let's see. Any more thoughts on the offseason before we get to the schedule? Let's look at the primetime games first, and then we'll do teams. Thursday night. Um, the Thursday night football. Obviously the first one, Dallas and Philadelphia. Are you surprised it was Dallas? I'm not.
I am, and here's why I
Would
say it. I don't think. Yeah, yes, it's more. As an Eagles fans, of course, that's the first thing you want to do is drop a banner over the Cowboys. But as a team wise, matchup wise, there's so many better matchups we could have gotten out of it. I think the Rams would have been a better opening choice over the bad flag because they were the only. No, we had to play in L.A., don't we?
I think so. I
No,
think you
no,
guys in
no.
that
We
game.
we don't. We host the Rams. We host the Rams.
Okay.
All right. I think the Rams would have been a better choice. I think Detroit definitely would have been a better choice too.
That was the most obvious one.
And I'll even give Washington. But Dallas, no. Dallas haven't done anything in over 30 years. And every Dallas fan that I talked to talking about we got 5 rings. Those rings are so dusty right now. It's not even funny. All right, get over it.
Eh,
You can't be using the same comeback for 30 something years. Get a new line. Dallas fans, you face it. Until Jerry Jones croaks and
oh,
dies, we ain't winning nothing.
and here's why I say it's Dallas, because why I thought it was Dallas. I was talking to a coworker, and he even brought up that last year we played Dallas without Prescott in both games. So every time we play Dallas, they always get a major injury. So that's why Dallas. That's why the NFL decided to put Dallas the first game, so we don't play them. So we can play them full healthy, and then they'll probably get an injury before in preseason. So we'll have, and there's no more excuses for Dallas fans, because we always play them mid-season, and they always have an injury.
Well, I'm not worried about if you play though. Football injuries is part of the game. Now,
Yeah,
it's not my fault you don't have an offensive line. It's not my fault your quarterback like to throw to other teams. It's not my fault your wide receiver is going to be on Quinn Mitchell Bay or whatever you call it. Bay.
exactly. And and then another reason is because it's ratings. Everybody will watch. I think it will double the ratings because it's Dallas and Philly in the first game. But yeah, I'm not surprised. I actually kind of predicted it was going to be Dallas. I had a feeling because of that. But let's get to the rest of the Thursday night. In the week 2, what do you think of this matchup? Washington, Green Bay. Two teams that lost to Philadelphia.
I like it. I like it. It's going to be interesting. A good test for Washington on the road, but we'll see. My thing, my concerns with Washington is all based on Daniels and how he performs this year.
Yep, exactly. Now, week 3, Buffalo, those Buffalo Bills and the Dolphins. They always seem
Huh.
to play on Thursday night, don't they? Because they're starting to do the division. But you're going to see a lot of division games on Thursday night. That's what they usually do. So, Dolphins and Bills. I'm not surprised at this one. I think the Dolphins could be better this year. It all depends on Tua and his health. They had a disappointing year last year. They didn't get rid of Tyreek Hill, did they?
Not yet.
Okay. And then the fourth game is Seahawks and Cardinals, another division game. That should be interesting. Do you think the Cardinals could win the division this year, or is the Rams?
I still think it's probably going to be between the Rams and Seahawks.
Do you like the switch of quarterbacks from Geno Smith to Sam Darnold? They
I
switched
like it.
Jets. They went from one former Jet quarterback to another former Jet quarterback,
I like
and
it.
that and now Geno's in at the Raiders with Pete Carroll, the former Seahawks coach. Are you surprised Pete Carroll's back?
I'm not surprised. I think it's time
And then
for
we get
him to right his wrong after what happened. He did how he lost the Super Bowl.
yep. And then you got the Rams hosting the Niners, which is that should be a good game. Always good battle between those two. Then Thursday night football, the Eagles' second Thursday night game. Barkley returns to New York to MetLife in week 6. Maybe the rookie quarterback will be starting by then. Who knows? Week 7, you got Pittsburgh and Bengals. Always a good matchup. I think the Bengals are going to be. I think this redemption season for the Bengals. I think they're going to be back. There's no contract dispute. There's no distractions. I don't think this year. Hopefully, Burrow can stay healthy. Chase can stay healthy. But they did lose. Did they lose Higgins? No, T. Higgins stayed, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, he was signed. Yeah, he signed a 4-year deal. So they got their quarterback. The Vikings and Chargers. That's an interesting. So now they're going away from the division games. Vikings and Chargers. What's your thoughts on that one?
I think that's going to be an interesting game right there. A game that I think the Chargers should be able to win.
Yeah, that's an interesting Thursday night game. So the Vikings didn't bring in. Did they bring in any veteran quarterback? Or are they going straight to the?
They're going straight to J.J. McCarthy or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, just going. Yeah. And then Ravens and Dolphins. Dolphins get another Thursday night. Wow. Okay. And then you back to the division games. Raiders and Broncos. That should be good. I think the Broncos could win that division this year. But again, they have a second-year quarterback that could struggle themselves. So we'll see. Sean Payton in the second season, or third. The third. Jets and Patriots, and then Buffalo plays Houston. That should be interesting. So the Eagles gets three. Eagles gets 3 Thursday night games. Oh no, it's a Friday
That's the
night
Black
game.
Friday.
It's Black Friday. Never mind. And then you got Black Friday, Bears and Eagles. You got Cowboys and Lions. They always play on Thursday night, a week after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And then the Falcons and Buccaneers, and then Rams and Seahawks, Broncos and Chiefs to wrap up their Thursday night schedule. Anything that stood out to you?
I mean, not really. I mean, it's a nice lineup. I do like playing Eagles Cowboys at the beginning of the season. That's even though I still feel the Cowboys don't deserve it. But Eagles getting a Black Friday game against the Bears. I'm looking forward to that one as well. That's gonna be an interesting one.
Yep. I'm glad we got Black Friday game this year. And now it's Sunday night games. I mean, they have Cowboys Eagles on this because it's NBC. So, but the first official Sunday night game, Ravens and Buffalo. Thoughts on this? The rematch.
I think the question is, can Lamar Jackson redeem after what happened in the divisional round?
Yep, and it's in Buffalo, so just like last year. I mean, it's not late this year, so I'm actually glad they put this game early on in week 1. We're gonna see who is. This could determine not the rest of the season, but I think it won't determine home field because you never know. But are you surprised they put them this matchup this early?
Yes, I am really surprised about that.
Yeah, intriguing, but I wish they actually did put them at the end because it would do better. And then the Falcons and Vikings, eh, it's not anything to sneeze about. They don't neither have a quarterback because their car just retired. So they have their second year quarterback. Vikings are starting their second year quarterback coming off an injury, even though it's going to be a rookie season in the books. So then the Chiefs and Giants on Sunday night. Wow, are you surprised at that one?
I am really surprised. I don't think the Giants deserve a Sunday night against the Chiefs. That's
They're
a
going to get
laugher.
destroyed.
Well, it's not
I
destroyed.
mean,
I don't think. I really don't think the Giants are that prime time real. No,
are you surprised the Cowboys? I want to ask you this now. Are you surprised the Cowboys got the second most primetime games more than the Eagles?
the Cowboys got more. Yeah. Well, no, I'm not surprised.
Mm. I'm
I think I look at it like this. Even though they say people watch the Cowboys not to see them win, but to see them lose.
Yep, exactly, exactly. I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't get more, but I understand. The Cowboys will always be a top watch because they suck. Patriots and Bills Sunday night. That's Bills get two home Sunday home games. That should be good. And the Lions and Chiefs. That's it. That's gonna be good. And then Falcons and Niners, Packers and Steelers. Okay, the Steelers might have that might be if Aaron Rodgers. I guess they're banking on Aaron Rodgers being on the Steelers. That's my guess. Seahawks Commanders. Seahawks and because Steelers get two Sunday night games in 3 weeks. Wow. Okay. Lions and Eagles Sunday night football week 11. That's gonna be good. That's the week before Thanksgiving, right? Is that? And then Buccaneers and Rams, Bengals and Ravens, Broncos and Commanders, Texans and Chiefs, Vikings and Cowboys, Bengals and Dolphins, and Sunday night, Bears and Niners. And all of them can be, most of them can be flexed. When does the flex start?
Week 5.
Uh, and
The
then
Thursday
Monday
night
night
is
football.
week 12.
The Thursday night can be flexed too.
Thursday night, yeah, week 12. But you need 2 weeks in advance.
Okay. Oh
Notice.
wow. Okay. I wonder how many they're gonna flex.
Well, they did flex one game last year on Thursday night, so
Oh, which one was it? I forget.
I think it
When
was the
were they?
Broncos Chargers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they did. That's right. Can they flex Monday night?
They can flex Monday night too.
They didn't do it
Eagles
last year, did they?
Seahawks was the first flex Monday night game 2 years ago.
Okay, that's right. Okay, so we get a doubleheader. No doubleheader this year on Monday night. So you got Vikings and Bears to start off the season. That's interesting. Are you surprised at that?
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I am
I
very
don't think either
surprised.
deserve Monday night, especially
I
to
think
start
the
the
Vikings.
season.
I'll put the Vikings on Monday night, but not the Bears.
Yeah, that's interesting to start the season in Chicago. Okay. Then you get a doubleheader week 2. Buccaneers, Texans. Okay. Chargers and Raiders. I can understand that one. Then you get standalone on week 3, Lions and Ravens. Okay, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be great. Jets and Dolphins. Why? I don't understand why they put the Jets on Monday night. You get a doubleheader on Monday night. Doubleheader. Bengals and Broncos. Okay. Excuse me. Chiefs and Jags. Bills and Falcons. Okay. Bears and Commanders. Yeah, this is the first time I'm really looking at the schedule, so I kind of saved it for the show. So, Buccaneers and Lions, Texans and Seahawks, Commanders and Chiefs, Cardinals and Cowboys, Packers and Green Bay, week 10 in Green Bay, Lambeau Field. So the Cowboys get 2 Monday night football games in 3 weeks. Okay. Do we only get 1 Monday night, or do we get 2?
We got
Okay,
one.
Eagles and Chargers. No, we got 2. Eagles and Chargers, and Eagles and
Oh,
Packers. Yeah. We don't have a home. We don't have a home Monday night game.
no.
Is that,
Well, I'll look at the Chargers as a home game because every time the Eagles go to LA, they show up.
yeah, that's true. So the West Lincoln Financial. That's it for the primetime games. Let's look at the team schedules. Let's only do the NFC East, unless you want to look at others. Let's start with the Giants since they're. I'll predict if you want to play along and predict win-loss just for fun. We can do that. So Washington, the first game. I'll say that's a loss.
Yeah, yeah. I'll say it's a loss as well.
Cowboys. Ooh,
Another L.
another L. Yeah, 0-2. Chiefs, another L. Wow. Chargers.
Another L.
Wow, they're gonna start 0-4.
Yes.
Saints. The Saints could be a win. That's
Saints
in
will be their
loss.
first one.
So 1 win. 1-5. 1-4. 1-5 right there. Eagles lost. Broncos lost 1-6. At Eagles 1-7. Yikes! They have the Eagles 2 times in 3 weeks. Giants 1-8 to start the season. Yikes!
I'm not surprised with that.
And you agree with me with 1-8, right? Yeah.
Yes.
The Bears. I say that's a win. I'm gonna give them a win there. They're 2-8. What do you think?
Against the Bears, that's a toss up, but it's probably I'll say give them a win there. A close, good game.
2-8. So Green Bay 2-9. Agree?
Yes.
Lions 2-10. Right?
Right.
Patriots, I give them a win. So 3-11. No, 3-10. 3-10. Agree with that?
That's a coin flip.
So you have
I can probably take. Depends on how good the Patriots are playing. But I might have to take the Patriots in that one.
So I have 3-10 going to the bye week. You have 2-11 going to the bye, and then Washington. Wait, did we have that right? Wait, Washington is I say that's a loss. So I have 3-11. Yeah, 3-11. A loss.
Yeah.
Vikings is a loss. 3-12 for me. 2-win. 3-12. Yeah, 3-12. and 2-11. 2-11 for you, right? No, 3-12 and 2-11. Yeah, and then the Raiders, it's a loss, 3-13, and the Cowboys, I'll give them a win. They finished the season 4 wins, 4-13. You have last 2 games. Do you have any win there?
Nah.
So you have them finishing with 2 wins. So you have them 2-15. Yeah, 2-15. Let's look at another one. Let's see. What's the next one? Let's do the Cowboys. This should be fun. Obviously, the first game, it's a loss. So 0-1. And then we have them beating the Giants. So 1-1. The Bears,
That's a
I'm
win.
gonna say a loss. That's a win.
That's a win.
So I have them L. I have them 1-2. You have them 2-1. Green Bay,
That's a loss.
1-3, 2-2. Jets, 2-3 for me. This is the
That's
win.
a loss.
Loss.
For
So
some
yeah,
strange
we
reason, the
both.
Jets have the Cowboys number.
So we both have them 2-3 after 5. Carolina, win.
Yeah, it could be a win.
3-3. The first Washington game.
That's a loss.
3-4 from both. 3-5.
Yeah.
3-6. Monday night.
Against.
Arizona.
Nah, I think they'll probably beat Arizona.
Okay. So you have 4 wins. I have 3. Raiders.
That's a win.
Okay. You have 5. I have 4. Obviously the Eagles. That's a loss.
Yeah.
The 4 and then Chiefs. That's an L.
Yeah, that's a L. Along with the Lions, that's another L.
Yep. Vikings.
That can be a surprise. And that might be a win, yeah.
That might be a win.
That
Yeah.
might be a trap game for the Vikings, and that might be a win.
Yep. Chargers. Ooh.
That could be another one.
Yeah. Washington. Thursday. Thanksgiving. No, that's not Thanksgiving. That's Christmas. Sorry. That's L, right?
It depends. I'm thinking he might split with Washington again this year.
And they might clip them in Washington on Christmas Day. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll both give a W there. And the Giants, that's a win. I lost track how many wins, but I think about 6 or 7. Let's go Washington. Preseason Giants, that's a win, obviously, right? Because we both picked
Right.
it. Green Bay.
Green
That's
Bay. That's a toss up.
I'm gonna say a loss.
Yeah, I'll say a loss too.
So 1-1. Raiders, they bounce back 2-1 for me.
Yeah,
The Falcons,
it's a
I could
win.
see them losing. Okay. I could see it. I could see them losing, but I'll give them a win there. 3-1 for each. Now the Chargers is a loss for me. 3-2 for me.
Yeah, I could charge. Maybe the Chargers squeak by and win.
Monday night against Chicago. 4-2
It's
for
a
me.
win.
Yep. Cowboys, we said win, right? 5-2. So
All right,
Chiefs, Monday night.
it's a loss.
5-3 for each. They bounce back on Sunday night against the Seahawks. 6-3 for me.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Lions. The
I think the
rematch.
Lions get them.
6-4 for both. Yeah, this is payback. The Lions have this game circled. Dolphins, they bounce back 7-4 for me.
Yeah,
Week 13, that's a win. So 8-4 for me. What do you say?
yeah, I'll take it as a win.
So 8-4 for both. Vikings,
That's another win.
so 9 wins, 9-4. Giants, obviously, ten
That's
and
another
four.
win.
Now the second game against the Eagles. First game against the Eagles.
That's a loss.
Uh, so we both have 9-5. And then the Cowboys, so nine
That's
and
a
six.
loss.
Yep, 9-6. And then the Eagles.
That's the hard one, but I'm thinking it might be a win depending on playoff seeding positioning.
Okay. So we
Uh,
both have them winning, I think, 10 games, if I counted it right. So we split they split the Cowboys and split the Eagles. So I think we both have them 10-7. Now the Eagles.
yeah.
Any games you're gonna try to go to?
I'm looking either
Obviously the
Rams or
Cowboys.
Broncos.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Cowboys game.
No, man, that's Thursday night. Ain't no train running down there.
Oh, that's right. Obviously, Cowboys have to win. Second game of the season against the Chiefs. The rematch, Super Bowl. Chiefs have this game circled. I hate to say it, but I think even if 10 days off, 10 days to prepare, Andy Reid's gonna want to beat us. So I think we lose. 1-1
I
to
don't
start
think
the
so.
season.
Nope, I
So you
don't
have
think so. I think that Andy Reid curse is over and done with, man.
uh,
After that Monday night performance in Super Bowl, that Andy Reid curse is over and done with.
so you have them 2-0. I have them one
Yes,
and one. The Rams. I have them bouncing back 2-1 right here.
and that's why I have us getting our first loss.
Okay, so we have it reversed.
Yes, I think the Rams,
Buccaneers. Oh, go ahead.
Buccaneers. This has to be we have to beat the Buccaneers. This is a must-win game.
Yeah, I know, right? So what were you going to say about the Rams?
But the Rams, I think, are the only team that came close to ever beating us in the playoffs, and I think that they can do it. They can. They are knowing how, especially how average the Eagles are on the first month of the season.
Yeah, I could see them losing, especially if they come off a win against the Cowboys and Chiefs. That could be a letdown.
Yeah.
coming off
So
big games. Yeah, I could see that. So either way, we will have them 3-1 to start the season.
mhm.
Denver.
Denver's a win.
Okay, so 4-1. Obviously 5-1. I'm not even gonna ask because we went through the Giants. So Minnesota. This is interesting.
Minnesota's a trap game.
5-2. Yep.
That's a trap game. I might that they might. It depends. That's a trap game. I might have to take that as an L. All trap games right now are L's in my book.
Yep. 5-2. The Giants again. System
That's
system
that's a
2.
win.
Yep. And then we have an early buy, not an early buy, but
It's a
buy right
mid-season
in the middle
buy.
of the season. Yeah, it's a good buy. Right before the Green Bay game. Coming off a
Green
buy.
Bay will definitely, after what happened today, Green Bay is definitely gonna lose that one.
So we have them starting. So we only have them losing two games, right? So far.
Yeah,
Yep. That's 7-2. Yep. Lions. Sunday Night Football.
I think Lions is going to be a trap game to tell you the truth. So I want to take that as an L.
Okay. Um. Yeah, I'm gonna, especially coming off Green Bay. I'm gonna say that's an L. So we both have them 7-3. Cowboys second game. Did we say L before? Yeah. So 8-4.
Yeah,
No, 8-3. I mean, sorry. Bears
that's a win.
9-3. Chargers
Chargers is a win.
10. We'll have them 10-3. All right. So far we've agreed. Besides the first 3 games. Um, the Raiders.
That's another win.
So 11-3. And this is obviously a win because we said that. 12-3 at Buffalo. This is tricky because both teams could be playing for playoff number 1 seeds.
Yeah, but I don't think so.
So I'm gonna say
I
a
think
win.
it's gonna be another while. While I wanted this in the middle of the season, probably during Thanksgiving week, like it was last time around.
Yeah.
But that can be. I'll still say it's going to be a win for Jalen.
Yeah. Me too. And then we have Washington.
That's a loss. Division
Yep.
be wrapped up.
So we have Washington the loss. We only have 3 losses, so 14-3. Wow. So we have the Eagles at 14-3. This is an early prediction. This could all change in August when we revisit this. But as of right now, we have the Eagles winning the division and Washington coming in second, Cowboys third, and unfortunately the Giants fourth. Maybe not unfortunately, but Giants fourth. But in fact, I mean we're not gonna we can look at other schedules but not predict. So, but let's look at the Lions real quick. Green Bay to start the season. The Bears, Baltimore. They have a gauntlet to start the season. Not the gauntlet, but Green Bay. The Bears are always trouble, and then the Ravens. 3-game start the season, and then they have an easy one against the Browns, the Bengals, and Chiefs back to back. Tampa Bay, and they have the bye week. Minnesota, and then Washington. Obviously, the Eagles. They have Washington and Eagles back to back. That's brutal. And then they have the Giants, and they have Green Bay on Thanksgiving. They have Green Bay on Thanksgiving again. Dallas, the following week, the Rams, the Steelers, and then the Vikings at Christmas, and the Bears. What do you think of that schedule?
Interesting. Plus, is the Lions going to be super powered? I don't think so.
No. Just for fun, let's look at the Bills, since we have some friends on this show that are Bills fans. We haven't looked at an AFC team yet, so have you looked at the schedule yourself? Most of the teams.
Not most of the teams.
Who do you think has the hardest schedule? If you can see it?
Well, Bill, the Giants got the hardest schedule of them all.
Yeah, I know. That's tough. And they were in last place last year. How did they get last place hard schedule? They're supposed to get easy. So obviously the Ravens and Bills start the season. The Jets. Okay, the Dolphins, New Orleans, the Patriots, the Falcons, the bye. They have a pretty good bye. Well, I think week 7, week 8, and week 9 are pretty good byes. Carolina and come off the bye. AFC rematch against Kansas City at home. I'll tell you right now, that's W. Dolphins, Buccaneers, Houston, Steelers, the Bengals, the Patriots, the Browns, obviously the Eagles, and the Jets to end the season. I think that's a pretty decent schedule. What do you think?
Yeah. It's an alright schedule. I still say I still have the Bills winning the East.
Yeah. Let's see. We'll check out one more. What do you want to do, Ravens or Chiefs?
Let's do the Ravens.
Okay. Obviously the Bills, the Browns, Lions on Monday night. That should be good. Then they have the Chiefs. You have the Lions and Chiefs back to back. That's tough. And then you have Houston, the Rams. Wow, that's a gauntlet of a schedule. Week 3, week 4, 5, and 6 going into the bye. That's brutal. The Bears, Dolphins, Vikings. Okay, Browns, obviously. Jets. Yeah, the Browns and Jets. Okay. And Bengals Thursday night. That's a Thanksgiving game. And then Pittsburgh, the Bengals. So yeah, Pittsburgh right in this smack in the middle between the two Cincinnati games. And then you have the Patriots, and then the Packers and Steelers to end the season. I think that's a brutal schedule between weeks 3 and 6. That started the season, and then I have somewhat an easy at the end, but between weeks 3 and 6, that's brutal to start going to the bye. Would you agree with that? Because
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Yeah.
you have Detroit and Kansas City back to back. Houston's no pushover. They're gonna be good. They're the best team in that division, and then the Rams. So Any more thoughts on the schedule?
Nah. I think it's gonna be an interesting season this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good season. We'll be back later in the summer to talk about more. Maybe do an update training camp or whatever. If you want to do it. We'll get my brother on the show if he can do a show. But he's gonna be a busy guy, so. But you have any more thoughts before we head?
No, he's not.
Yeah, pretty good show. Thanks, Cleneth. It's fun going over the schedules and predicting too early, but it was fun. But for MoneyE and C Money, we'll see everybody later. Later, Cleneth.
Later.